said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Ark Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will get first crack at it here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He might want another play. Smith dropping to pass. Plucks it out of the air. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Power football with the run. Picks up the first down. At the 40, there he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks offense has the ball for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Shoots it to the left. It's gone. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Durant. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Gives it on the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Smith wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. The Red Wolves come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quarterback making checks. 3rd down play from the gun. Grab near the marker. It's Stevens. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a new set of downs. Smith dropping to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Stevens. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it set up on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking for a gap. It's Rodgers. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Huffman. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. it with the back. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
The Red Wolves are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. Finds a man on the left. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Smith dropping to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking to the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something up.
And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And, you know, you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
To throw, it's Stevens. Snagged out of the air.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for it all. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. That's caught. It's Stevens. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Red Wolves with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's Stevens. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? To the air on 2nd down. Looking left. He makes a catch. Running free. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into a half. I've got the momentum, so don't...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed over the middle at Stevens. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Smith wants to throw. Unleashes it. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense will quickly use a timeout. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Huffman. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. That is no good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
And the Red Bulls will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think that
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the stick.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in, looking for space. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. On the move, it's Rodgers. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Intercepted to stop the threat. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Some defensive... just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut the...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run behind the big guys on the right.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Holds it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Ducks have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Stevens. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. The Ducks line up to punt it away.
Number 10, on to kick it away.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. He's got the back in the middle.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Snagged in the middle. It's Rodgers. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Wolves have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to...
Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Red Wolves. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my D?
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
This offense has it with really good field position. Smith wants to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And the stomping has commenced. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point,
There he goes. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give from the gun. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. We've reached the break, and Arkansas State has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Looking for space, it's Rodgers.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Smith dropping to pass. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Arkansas State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Quickly out to the tight end. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Stevens. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball. Unloads it left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover. But, man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Oh, he's got some space. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches. For the first, an array of possibilities here. Smith wants to throw. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. On 4th down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field?
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Looking deep down the right side. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Steps away to find some room. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own player.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Keeps it himself and gets the 1st. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game.